It's always good to be with this group of men and ladies too. I recognize you as well. But I'll just start this thing with questions, and I know there's a lot of questions, and I'd rather answer questions than talk. I guess you have to talk when you answer questions too as well, but that's okay too.
Raise your hand, we'll get a mic to you.
Yeah, Chief, I just wonder what your take is on the seniors. You've got to know here what they've meant to the defense, kind of what senior night means to you.
Well, it's always a special time, and a special time for the program, and but for these young men, it's truly a special time. It's the last time they'll get to go into this stadium and wear that logo on the side of their helmet and represent Arkansas. And no matter where you are, it's special. It's special, and we've got some seniors that have meant a lot to this program, and hopefully they're going to be ready to finish out the year and start. It starts every day, but particularly this week. Again, it's a way to recognize them. Certainly, it's a way for them to feel appreciated. So that's what it's all about.
And Chief, I know it's been 9 days now, but we haven't talked to you since the Vandy game. Can you just your rehash of that, and then what the last week has been like for your unit?
Well, in terms of rehashing the game, I mean, it's simple. We didn't play well enough to win. And, you don't like saying those things, but you got to be honest, and that's what happened. Defensively, we didn't play well enough to win. And, it's big plays. It's missed tackles, and when I make those comments, that gets right back down to the root of the whole deal, and that's coaching. And as I said, I'm not going to come in here and say, hey, we had missed tackles, we would have won the game. Well, that's my responsibility. So, I own that. But we didn't play well enough to win, and that's the bottom line. And we had some guys that played with a lot of effort, played hard, but playing hard is not always good enough. We got to play well enough to win, and that's my responsibility. In terms of last week, had an opportunity to do some recruiting. Can't talk about recruiting. But certainly had an opportunity to do that, and had an opportunity to look at some, when I say look at, I mean we see them every day, but had an opportunity to work with some young guys a little bit more, and that's good, when they're getting that work, and because they need those kind of snaps in practice or some of the scrimmages that we had for them, and it's good to see them grow and see them compete.
Coach, speaking of young guys, how's Andrew Parker? He's a kid we haven't heard much about. How's he coming along?
Well, he really this past week was the first full work, full speed work in a long time. He looks different. He's changed his body. He's been working in the weight room. He hasn't been just sitting around. The hamstring doesn't prevent you from lifting and doing those kind of things. But obviously he looks rusty as a football player. He hadn't been out there, but he got some work in, and that's what he needs. He needs every rep he can get. Early in fall practice, he showed some things. But again, it's going to be a work in process. And that's what he's got to do. And he's already, like I said, he's already changed his body from that standpoint, and that's been good. And we'll just continue and watch his growth and push him to be the best that he can be. And personally, I think he's very talented.
Coach,